Okay. Good morning, the honorable judges, Miss Istanti Hermagustiana, Miss Nita Maya, and Mr. Mansell. Okay, I am Dila. How are you today? I hope we are all always in a good condition. Let us begin today's event, which is the final round of picture short story, or well known as Picory, for junior level participants. For this session, we will call the top five based on the participants' number, not based on their writing score. So first, we will welcome Grace. Okay. Sudah masuk. Okay, Grace. Hello, Grace.
Hi,
Hi, Grace. Welcome. How are you, Grace?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. First, you may introduce yourself before the judges start the Q&A session. Okay. Okay. Time is
Yeah.
yours.
Hello everyone, my name is Grace Sydney Jayalanara. I come from IPK Christian School in Balikpapan, and I am currently an 8th grader.
Okay, now let's move to the Q&A session for the judges. The time is yours.
Who is the first? Who wants to be the first? Nita? Or Mansell?
Boleh kalau Miss Ana mau duluan?
Okay.
Apa? Ya.
Hello, Grace.
Yes,
Yeah. What a nice story you have read. You have written, yeah, actually, and I have read. This is about hippo doll. Hippo doll. Yeah.
Ini Miss An.
yes.
Yes. Okay. Mbak siapa ini ya? Can you spotlight Grace? Ini sudah spotlight Grace nggak ya? Yeah. Okay. Hippo doll. Why is hippo doll? Why did you choose this title as the title of your story?
I chose Hippodol as the title because for me in the story, I made the Hippodol more like as a memento.
As what? Sorry?
A memento. A memento is something important in our life that can give us memories like flashbacks about something. Whereas in the story, I mentioned Ishana's dialogue that said something like, I don't know, for me, it's a memory to this day, which means like when they see this doll, they will remember about the day that they had talked about.
Okay. Or maybe did you have any experience with that animal? That's why you put as the title?
Actually, I don't have any hippo dolls, but
Okay. I saw that your story was very nicely written. Yeah, I like it.
thank you.
Yeah. How could you? And then you have 5 pictures, right? Everyone has 5 pictures to be put inside the story, and then you put them all very nicely. I mean, you separated the pictures in your whole story. How could you come up with that idea? I mean, the first is I'm going to talk about the guitar, and then Ishana, and after that the circus, the rain. Okay, could you please tell me how you developed your story using these 5 pictures?
Actually, when I write, I like to focus on usually the first thing is the place, which is amusement park, because you need to know where you are to know the context. And then I put the rain because I want them to set in the mood so that they can talk nicely and like deep talk. Because usually rains are in a scene in novels or comics where they talk and just be quiet and nice. I also use the guitar to set the mood when rain because when we are frustrated or under pressure, we need something to calm us down, which can be in a form of music, which is the guitar. And I also remember the guitar because Ishana was the singer, so that I thought maybe this will work. And I also put the hippo doll because I know the hippo needs to be relevant somewhere. So because it's an amusement park, I thought of a hippo doll when you get the prize when you play something and you win.
Okay, yeah. Maybe that's enough from me. Thank you, Grace. Good luck. Okay, the next.
Okay.
Mhm.
The next.
Maybe is it okay if I ask the next question?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Hello, Grace. How are you, Grace?
I'm fine, miss. Thank you.
Okay, nice to see you. Yeah, even in this virtual media. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I have one question. Yeah. I already listened to your explanation about yeah, some questions that Ibu Istanti already asked to you. But my question is, um, why did you decide that you want to add twins character in your story, Grace?
Oh, twins' character are usually often misunderstood, and while they have this sort of prototype that they are always together, they are always fun, and they're like good to each other, but I want to pressurize that twins aren't always like that.
Do
They
you have
might just
do you
be
have
like,
twin?
oh no, I don't have,
No.
but
Okay. So why? I mean, can you tell me the process until finally you decided that you want to put twins here in your story, besides your explanation before? I mean, after you see the pictures and then suddenly how it comes that you finally decided that you have to put a twins character.
actually before this story, I made another story, but
Mhm.
I decided to choose this one. The story before also had twins character, but it's really forced in. So I thought maybe the forced in thing was the character of the twins. I made the character of the twins kind of different, that they are actually competing in the family because that's me sometimes with my sisters and my brother,
Mhm.
that we always compete to be the best, that we need to have good grades, we have good talents, win competitions and stuff like that. And I know that it could make problems sometimes. So I really wanted to show that even if you are twins, we're still humans, that we still have ego.
Okay. Okay, that's all. Thank you, Grace, for your answer. Yeah, and good luck. Yeah, it's very nice story actually. I also like it. Thank you. Okay, the
Okay,
next.
thank you,
Yeah.
Miss Nita Maya. Okay, now
Okay, thank
Mr.
you.
Maxwell.
Ada waktu masih ya? There's still time?
Yes,
Okay, all right.
there's no
Hello,
time.
how are you today? I think,
I'm fine, mister.
okay, all right. I'm going straight to the question. So probably if it's too direct, my apologies. So my first question is, did you have any help making this short story? In any way, like for example, the proofreading or anything anyway. Did you have any help?
Only proofreading, but they don't really give comments. They said they only wanted to read my story.
Sorry? Oh, you write your own story and then?
I write my own story and then I gave it to my mister and he reads it and
Mm-mm,
I only ask him to say if it's good or bad and
mm-mm.
that's all actually.
Okay, so because I think we agree that your grammatical structures inside the story is quite exquisite, and the way the terms, for example, you use the word blase.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is, I think it's quite exquisite. It's quite exquisite. Did you come up with the terms by yourself?
Well, before this, we had a training to make our own story, and then our teacher at school also explained to us about the points of the judgment. And there is that point where I can use exquisite words to get more points. And I searched in Google like synonyms of things that I think can be more exquisite.
Okay, all right. Good answer. Okay, second question is, what is the significance of this story to yourself? Do you have any, I don't know, attachment, connections to the story?
As I said before, it's quite similar with me and my siblings that we always compete to be the best in the family. Like we have to have good grades and we need to look good in front of public. We have more friends and we win competitions and stuff. I feel like I need to show that sometimes I'm not okay with that.
Sometimes you're not okay with that, but in the end, you guys offer an olive branch, like you make peace with each other. In the
Yes,
end.
we don't really think about that anyways now.
All right. Okay, I think that's all from me.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mansell. Okay, also thank you, Nadine. Thank you. You may leave the room. Bye.
Thank you.
Good luck. Next. Okay, so next we will have Nadine. Hi, Nadine. Nadine, can you hear me?
Yes, clearly.
Okay, Nadine. How are you, Nadine?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, then. Before the Q&A session start with the judges, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nadine Nazir. I am in ninth grade from IPK Balikpapan Junior High School.
Okay, thank you, Nadine. Now, right, let's move to the Q&A sessions for the judges. The time is yours. So, who's gonna be the first? Miss Nita, Miss Anna, or Mr. Mansell?
Nita ya, Nita first or Mensa, it's up to you.
It's okay if it is me, the first one?
Okay, then.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so hello, Nadine.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, are you nervous?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Okay, that's okay, yeah. I mean, it's normal, but yeah, just yeah, make yourself relax. Okay, anyway, Nadine, I have some question to you, yeah.
Yeah.
First, yeah, can you tell me what is your inspiration to create this story? What is the title of your story?
My title is Serendipity.
Okay, can you tell me your inspiration?
My inspiration is because naturally I like writing and my dream job is to be an author.
But I mean, the inspiration about your story itself, the serendipity. I mean, is maybe it's from movie or from another books that you have read before.
It's the story about sirens, and I like reading Greek mythology, and I've read a webtoon about sirens, so I write about sirens. At first, actually, it the I like to read Percy Jackson series, and it involves a lot of mythology. So yeah, I inspire. The inspiration is from Percy Jackson.
Okay, yes, yeah, because when I read your story, yeah, it's like okay, a mythology and something. Okay, then can you, if I ask you to what is it to explain a little bit about your story, can you
Uh,
make it brief one? Yes.
the main character Yua is best friends with Kyla, and one day they decided to explore the ocean together, and it was storming, and they found a ship. The ship is actually filled with actors and artists around the world, and then when they watched the ship, it was unstable, and then an unexpected thing happened that Karen Gillan, the actress, uh, fell to the ocean, and Yua and Kyla wanted to help her to go into her world. But the twist is not actually the twist, but Karen Gillan is a half. So a half is actually when one of your parents is the siren. So they helped her, and then Yua and Kyla on a journey with Karen. They have a pet porpoise that they also use as transportation. They got into a forest called Stygian Forest. In the Stygian Forest, they met octopus, and the octopus I describe as an evil creature. So they they have they had a teamwork there, so they can survive well. And then Karen got into the earth, the her own world again. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, one last question. In your story, what is the function of what is the picture of the fish here in your story?
Uh,
What fish is that in the story?
that's purpose.
Okay, so what is the function of this character?
I made the purpose as the pet Kyla and US pet.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Nadine. Yeah, good luck.
Thank
Okay,
you.
don't be nervous. You just relax. Yeah, relax. Okay, thank you.
Okay, next, Miss Anna or Mr. Mansell.
Menso, it's okay, Menso.
Okay, saya duluan kan. Hello, Nadine.
Yeah. Hello.
Or I heard you like Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson.
Yeah.
Yep, from Rick Riordan, right? I like to read his books too. You know, the Egypt mythology, the Kane Chronicles. Have you read
Yes.
that?
I have.
Okay. Oh, oh, you haven't. Okay, that's okay. So I realized that your story is quite okay with a good pun on the title.
Yeah.
Right. Right. You're trying to you're trying to make a good pun between siren and serendipity,
Yes.
right? How did you get that idea?
So actually, originally I wanted to title my story Serendipity. Like I like BTS, so it inspires me to make the title Serendipity. But to make it more interesting, I combined it with the word siren because the story is about siren and it sounds pretty similar. So yeah,
Yeah,
Serendipity.
it does sound very good. I think the pun is quite clever. Did you come up with it by yourself?
Yeah, thank you.
All right, good. So did you have any help with the making of your story? For example, do you come up? Do you have the idea by yourself? Did
Yeah.
you write it yourself? Okay. And then did you have any help anyway whatsoever when you're creating this story?
Uh, I told my mom helped it by reading it, and I asked if the story is interesting, and she answered yes. So
Okay, because I found that your grammar is extremely good. I did it. I almost cannot find any mistakes on your grammar, and then the way the language, the styles, the literary devices, all are quite well combined. So I'm just curious to how far you receive help. But it's okay if you have help. For example, if your teacher proofreads it? For example, ada diperiksa sama guru and then some
Yeah.
changes were made?
My teacher checked the story too.
Sorry?
And my teacher also checked my story.
Oke. So you ada review juga dan kemudian ada revisi sedikit ya? Enggak? Ada disuruh perbaikin. Okay. Alright. Just to be clear. And then what is the significance of the story to yourself? Gimana pentingnya cerita ini menyangkut ke hidupnya Nadine?
I personally like stories about friendship because I like friendship and I love my friends because they always cheer me up and be there for me. So I decided to write the story, but drastically because in a friendship there must be a conflict too.
Oh, all right, good, great. All right, I think that's all, Nadine. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
To go this far. Thank you very much for your time. Good luck.
Thank you so
Silakan,
much.
Miss Anna.
Okay, thank you, Mensel. Hello, Nadine.
Hello.
Yeah. This is your last chance to answer the question, yeah, from me. So my first question is, this is a narrative writing, and usually there is a climax there. Okay, can you show us, or can you tell us the climax of your story?
The climax is actually very short. It's when Yua, Kyla, and Karen fights the octopus, but yeah, they survived.
And then how could you come up with that part as the climax of your story?
I was confused of how will I use the forest picture. So I decided to make it a dark place where people went there for an adventure, but they never came back. And then that is the shortest way to get Karen to her own world. So I made it. They got there and then they met an octopus. I made it an octopus because I think octopus is significant with evil things, like in The Little Mermaid, Ursula is an octopus. Yeah.
And then at the end of your story, there is something about shoes, that the woman gave shoes, yeah, to the Kyla and a friend. Okay, why giving shoes in the end?
I decided to give shoes because, of course, Yua and Kyla as sirens, they don't have feet, so of course they have tail, and I decided to make the shoes as a gift because I think it will have like important thing for Kyla and Yua as a memory thing.
As a memory, okay. Because I thought that because the picture is about shoes, then you put shoes over there because there is no more thing that you can think of. So yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense that it can be used as the memory. Yeah. And the last question, Nadine, this is from your story. I saw capital letters in some sentences, Karen. Yeah. Sorry, Nadine. Yeah, Nadine. Some capital letters like little storm won't get in my way, and then why did she? Okay, my question is there any kind of impression that you want to give to the readers by using those capital letters?
Yes.
What kind of impression?
I wanted the readers to think that Yua is kind of like shouting.
Oh, okay. So it means shouting.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for all the judges. And also Nadine, thank you. It looks like you are so nervous. Okay, now you may leave the room. Goodbye. Good luck.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay, so for the third participants, we have Alia from MTSN Samarinda. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We have Angel for the third participant. Okay, Angel.
Mansell first, yeah. Angelina.
Okay, Mansell. Mr. Mansell. Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Angel. How are you?
I'm alright.
Oh, you're all right. Okay, then first, please introduce yourself to the judges.
Hello, my name is Angelina Salim. I am 13 years old. I am from Santa Francisco, Assisi, Samarinda.
Okay, so well, let's move on to the Q&A session for the judges. The time is yours.
Or I'm gonna be first. Hello, Cyrus. No, hello, Angelina. Is that your father's name?
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
Huh?
How are you today?
I'm alright, a bit nervous.
Okay, a bit nervous. That's okay. Don't be too nervous. Okay, so your story is about family, which is quite nicely written, and it has a very great structure with a very great storyline, and the way and it has a very great grammar. Okay, so first of all, I
Thank
would
you.
like to ask question. Do you How did you came up with the story?
I mostly thought about it myself. There's this library, virtual library. I joined their Discord server. They have this weekly prompts. Every day they gave, every week they gave one sentence, and that week they gave "How are you?" And then suddenly my brain was hit by inspiration, and
Okay.
yeah,
So when I read your story, it is very good, especially when you were writing about the Chinese culture here. Did you realize that you write it in a Chinese culture? For example, the way you mentioned the name Hong Xiao Hong, which is tightly
yes,
intertwined with Chinese culture, and then the way they answer with the
yeah.
in Chinese, which means yes. Yeah. How did you find it? Did someone did you receive any help when you're writing this story to intertwine the culture inside your story?
No, I read a lot of books, and recently I'm really bored with books that I've already read. So I started searching books that has the genre cultivation. Cultivation. Chinese has this fantasy genre. It's
Mm-hmm.
cultivation and Swan Huan, Xianxia, yeah, and
Mm.
I mostly
Like the warriors
read
who
from
cultivate
that.
or something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes,
Okay, and then the choice of words like rafting and then agape, sauntered, fervently. Did you find these words by yourself?
yes.
How did you find it?
Uh,
Put the words inside. How did you find it?
if I forget a word that I feel would be fitting there, I would usually search for it for the synonyms
Mhm.
in Google Translate. There's the thing,
Okay.
and
All right. Mhm.
yes,
And then? No, keep going. And then?
uh, English has this like I don't know feeling. It's like my mother language, but it's not exactly my mother language.
I understand what you're
Yeah.
talking. Um, and then I think it would be my last question. No, second to last. So the story regards to her father is a Korean man, right?
Yes.
And then why did you choose Chinese culture to be put inside the story while knowing that the father is a Korean man? Do you see why do you intertwine the Korean and the Chinese culture together?
Because here, this in the story, her father is married to a Chinese woman, but I don't explicitly state that because, yeah.
All right. Okay. Okay. So it's not mentioned in the story, but you think that the
Yes.
father is married to a Chinese woman.
Yeah.
Okay. My last question is, what is the significance of the story to yourself?
I think that my father doesn't speak. He cannot express himself with words like fathers tend to do. So I just want to tell everyone that fathers actually love you. So actually loves you. They actually love you, but they don't explicitly show that. You can see that in my story. How the father has lung cancer. But his child doesn't know why so. And
So part of Asian
yeah,
culture, right? All the fathers and the parents and the children's relationship are not that good with words. All right.
yes.
Thank you. Any more you want to add?
Because of this lack of lack of the fathers usually have this lack of uh, this ability to they're unable to express themselves with words, and we usually misunderstand them. Like when they're actually happy, their tone is normal. Like, and we think that they're just acting okay with it. They're not happy. It's
All right.
actually like misunderstandings, things like that.
Okay. All right. Thank you. You've done a very great job. I want to tell you that. All right. So,
Thank you.
judges, thank you for the time.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Manto. Next.
We still have time. Masih bisa ya?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
10 minutes.
Hello, Angelina.
Hello.
Yeah, I enjoy reading your story. Yeah, it's like a novel. It's very good for
Thank
you
you.
to read everything in a good way. Yeah, like you put the dialogues and then the narration. It's just they're just well written, well combined. My question is. Did you write it directly in English or you used Indonesian first? You wrote it in Indonesian and then you translated it into English?
I wrote it in English because when writing Indonesian, I usually forget the Indonesian words instead of the English because I usually read English
Okay. Do you
novels.
speak English at home?
No.
No, but your English is very good. And for the level of junior high school students, some of the words you use are in, I think, low frequency vocabulary. Yeah? How could you pick up those kind of words? Some words are.
I like I mentioned before, there's this Discord server full of people who like to read and write books, and I have this idol friend. She's really nice. She's really good at writing, and then my interest is piqued. Mm, then I start to learn from her about grammar, and then to further my understanding. of it, and the rest is pretty much based on the reading I have done.
Okay. The last question. You used like the clock chimed 9, and then the telephone rang. That's in one different sentence, not inside the paragraph. Why?
Yeah, I feel like it doesn't make sense if I combine them into one paragraph.
Okay,
It's
that's
just a feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Angeline. Good
Thank
luck.
you.
Sebentar. Okay, I'm so sorry. Judges, the time is over. So, thank you, Angelina. You may leave the room.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you.
Oh ya, maaf ya.
Okay.
Ini
Wait.
Nita nih. Kali ini Nita yang
Okay. Next, we will welcome Sarah. Okay. I'm so sorry, Miss Nita.
Gak apa-apa. Sarah nomor 12 ya? Sarah
Iya.
nomor 12 ya, benar.
Okay,
Yeah.
next for the fourth participant, we have Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
Hi,
How are you today, Sarah?
I'm fine.
Are you nervous?
Yes,
Okay, first, before we start the Q&A session, please introduce yourself for the judges.
I'm Sarah Aulia Yasmin from MTSN Samarinda. I'm in third grade in junior high school.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. And now for Miss Nita, the Q&A session will start. Time is yours.
Ya, thank you for the chance. Tadi siapa? Sarah ya. Halo Sarah.
Yeah,
Ya, suara saya terdengar jelas ya.
yeah.
Okay, so I will ask questions in English. Okay, so first, tell me about your title. The title of your story.
The title is Circle of Life.
Okay, is there any reason why you choose the title Circle of Life?
I think it sounds great and it's pretty much with my story.
Sounds great and match with your story. Okay, if you say so, can you explain what circle of life do you mean here in your story?
It means lingkungan keluarga, the relationship between Agnes and her father.
Mm-hmm. Between Agnes and her father only?
Yes, because
Okay. Because, sorry?
because her mother is died.
Okay. Where did you get the inspiration to your story?
It's based on my personal experience. When I was in elementary school, my mom went to Malaysia to continue her study.
Mm-hmm.
So the feeling of being left by someone you love, that inspired me.
Okay, yes, thank you. And can you tell me the process of your writing? I mean, after you receive the pictures, and then what did you do after that? You have 5 pictures, and then what did you do after that?
I made it one by one, like
You make it one by one?
the first one is night, then the introduction about main character Agnes, then the hammer, Borobudur temple, and the dog.
Okay. Which picture is the most difficult one for you to make into your story?
Hammer.
Hammer, why?
I don't really know how to get that picture to the story, so I just mentioned it once in the story.
Where did you mention it? Can you repeat where is it? In which part? Not exactly the sentence, but in which part that you use hammer?
The fifth paragraph
About what?
about Agnes feels had as that feels like she's hit by a hammer.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you, Sarah, Aulia, Yasmin, for your answer. Next, I give the chance to the next judges. Okay, thank you,
Thank you.
Sarah.
Okay. Can I be the next?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. Yes, of course.
Hello, Sarah. Yeah. Yeah, I like the story. That's why you were chosen into the top 5. Yeah.
Thank
Only one
you.
question, Sarah. I like the beginning of your story, the first paragraph, because it already gave me the feeling of sadness. Just the beginning. So you started very well in the beginning, yeah. How you wrote the paragraph, how you described the situation. So my question is, what should the story be started with? Something sad. Why not in the middle of the story, Sarah? Why? Could you please?
Because from the beginning, I want it to be sad so the reader can feel a sadness and happiness at the end of the story. So that's why I made the sad part is in the beginning.
Okay, so happiness at the end of the
Yes.
story. Okay, yeah, that's all. Thank you, Manson.
Thank you, Miss
Okay.
Anna. Okay, Mr. Mansell.
Halo, Sarah.
Hello.
Okay, I hope you're not nervous. So, can you tell me
I'm sorry, what?
the significance of the story to yourself? How the story relates to you? Gimana ceritanya ini ada hubungannya dengan hidupnya Sarah?
So I think the part when Agnes' mom died kind of related to me because yeah, my mom left me for 3 years to study in Malaysia, but she didn't die. No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me know. All right. Okay. And then the hammer only represents the headache.
Yes.
Okay. Why did you choose the hammer to be represented only as a headache, not to be more, more not
Because I think it made you feel sick, and I don't know how to make it better when the hammer's in the story. So I just made it like you feel like you hit your head hit by a hammer.
okay. Thank you very much for your
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And Sarah,
Yes.
you may leave the room. And thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. Leave. Can I leave?
Yes. Wait. Then, yeah. Next, for the last participant of the final round, we have Zahra. Hi, Zahra. Hi, Zahra.
Hi,
How are
I'm
you
sorry.
today?
Can you hear me?
Yes, clearly.
Okay.
How are you? Are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm confident, but I'm a little bit nervous.
Okay, then. So before we start the Q&A session, please introduce yourself to the judges.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. I'm Azahra Odria. You can call me Zahra or Odria. I am 13 years old. I'm an 8th grade student and I study at KPS National Junior High School.
Okay, thank you. Good. Well, let's move on to the Q&A session for the judges. The time is yours. Who will be the first? Miss Anna, Miss Nita, or Mr. Mansell?
I'm last. I'm last.
Okay, Mr. Marcel is the last. Okay then.
I will.
Miss Anna.
I'm the second.
I will start. Okay.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Okay, Dita? Okay, I'll ask first. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Siapa tadi? Azahra. Azahra. How are you, Azahra?
I'm good.
Okay. Yeah. So what is your story about? Can you please tell me a little bit about the story?
So Chris lost his mother when he is very young. After that incident, he started being an introvert. He never really opens up to anyone besides his pet Dex. Turns out that Dex died too in an accident. Chris assumed that Dex is still alive, and he thinks that he talks with Dex when actually he never really talked to anyone. He just hallucinate about Dex still alive. And then his father, John, is a busy person because he runs the zoo. But he knows the problems about Chris for almost 3 years, but he doesn't really know how big the problem is until now. After he knows, he started to bring comfort to Chris, to just like told Chris to open up with him and wait. I'm sorry. John told Chris to just open up with him, and he started to affection him. He started to give the love of a father to a son. So yeah.
Okay, so this is about family, a father and a son, yeah? Okay. He lives on. The title is He Lives On. So the idea of your story is he. Dex? Do you mean he?
Dex.
Dex. Not mom, yeah?
No.
No. Why? Dex is the point, the main point of the story. Why not mother?
His mom died when he is very young.
Mm-hmm.
His mom died when Chris is very young. So, and John is busy too. So, it's only Dex who accompanied him since he is very little. His only friend in the house is only Dex, and he talks about everything with Dex.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Dax, how did you come up with that name for the tiger?
I actually searched some good names. I'm thinking of the mom names first. I'm thinking of one of my favorite Instagram celebrity, Lexi Jade.
Mm-hmm.
So I named the mom Lexi, and then after that I developed the tiger name into Dex.
Yeah, thank you, Zahra. Good luck. Yeah, the next
Thank
judge.
you.
Thank you, Miss Anna. And now, Miss Nita.
Okay.
Time
Yes,
is
this is
yours.
my turn. Thank you. Hello, Azahra. Is my voice clear?
Yes.
Can you hear my voice? Okay. Well, as the judge, I will ask you some questions. Okay. First is about uh, the the father of Chris Evans. Okay. You said that Chris Evans' father works in a zoo, right? Okay. So, tell me how you finally decide that his father works in a zoo.
I am first confused how to bring a tiger into the story.
Okay.
And then I start thinking that maybe if his father is the owner of the zoo, he can give the tiger to Chris when he is little, after his mom died. The company.
Okay. Okay. But in our real life, tiger is not a common animal to be a pet, right? So how come finally you make it as a pet in your story?
Um, I read some books that
Mhm.
I read some books and I watch some movies that someone pet a shark.
Okay.
Yeah, a shark. So I developed that into my ideas, and I turned the tiger into his pet.
Okay. The next question is about which part of this whole story that you made, yeah, that you think you want to change or you want to develop more in your story. Which part that if you have an opportunity to develop it more, yeah, to improve your story, which part that you want to improve?
I want the last part where Chris and his father talk to be more longer, the paragraphs to be more long. I want to really show that John is a cold person, but he can comfort Chris and affection him and really show that he loves him very much.
Okay, so you will develop the last part, yeah, of the paragraph, the story. Okay, the last question. Is there any part in your story that you don't like?
I didn't really like where the part that his father is angry when Chris came home. When Chris came to dinner from the roof after stargazing, and his father is angry to him. I
Why do
wanted
you?
to.
Okay, why you don't like it?
I want to change the part where maybe John can like talk slowly to Chris and just told him nicely about it.
Okay, then thank you, Azahra Audria. Yeah, I wish you good luck. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Miss Nita. And now for the last, Mr. Mansell, time is yours.
Okay, hello Azahra.
Hello.
Okay. What is the significance of the story to yourself? How the story relates to you?
I want to show that I'm a high school student, so I think I can call myself a teenager.
A junior high school. Okay.
A junior high school. I can call myself a teenager and on this age, I think it's kind of hard to open up to someone close to us, like a family. And personally, it's hard for me to open up to my parents, to my siblings. So I wanted to show that it's okay to open up. And yeah, the part where Chris told it's hard to talk to his father, it's kind of related to me. I can't really talk to my parent.
Okay. We all have difficulties in that part. And how did you get the idea about the spoon, where the spoon was thrown out of the ship? You know, how all died because of Chris letting go of his, how Dax was dead because of Chris letting go of his spoon and asked Dax to chase it.
I'm actually really confused for the spoon. I didn't really know where to put the spoon in the story part. So my guide teacher said that we need some like problems. So I think maybe I can put the spoon into the problems, like one of the reason of the problems. So yeah, I started to combine all my ideas into that one paragraph.
All right, because I think it would be, I don't know, just a little bit suggestion. I think the idea would be better if Dax was a dog and he thought that the spoon was, you know, was throwing a stick, like how Chris probably played with Dex when they were on land. And then even though Chris doesn't want Dex to chase it out, but Dex thought it was a game, and you know, but this time Dex doesn't return, for example, something like that. But I think the idea with this spoon is quite unique and interesting. That's why I was quite okay. It's quite a great way to utilize the spoon to the story. Quite unique as well. I think that's all. Thank you very much. You're doing a great job.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Mr. Mansell, and thank you to Zahra. And now you may leave the room. Okay?
Thank you,
Goodbye.
everyone.
Yes, and good luck. Okay, now, dear judges, the session from Zahra marks the end of Picory Junior Level's final round. And now we will invite the judges to move to the breakout room for further discussion.
Di
Wait a
mana
minute.
ya? Ada link tersendiri atau
Uh, Wait a minute. Uh, my friend said that we already invite you. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so everyone, we will play some videos or give some entertainment while we are waiting for the judges to give the general feedbacks for all the participants who didn't get into the top five. Okay, enjoy.
just took a little bit of work and a whole lot of love. Mwah. Are you ready to do this? All right, here we go. See? Now, wasn't that easy? See? Now, wasn't that easy? All it takes is some confidence and a willingness to get started. And even though I'm not there, I'll guide you through this. I want to thank my very special assistant, my daughter Zuri, for helping me with today's vlog, like always. And remember, the road ahead might look rough, but you can make the journey with a little bit of work and a whole lot of love. Mwah. Are you ready to do this? All right, here we go. First, we want to moisturize these beautiful thick curls with a leave-in conditioner, which will also help detangle the kinks. Now, part all your hair into sections and clip it away. You're doing an amazing job. Yay, you did it! That was so much fun. I knew you could do it.
Cause it's already alright. Right, gonna be alright. Cause it's already alright. Yeah. Happy days, happy days, happy days, happy days. That's life when you do right. 10 feet
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Welcome back for the judges. So, well, yesterday at the time the kami announced the top 5 in WhatsApp group. There are a lot of questions sent by the teachers asking why their students failed to enter the top 5. So I would like to invite all the judges or the representative, and we will use this session to deliver some feedbacks to all participants and also teachers who are not in the top 5. Before we end the meeting of Picory final round for junior level, for the judges, time is yours. Maybe I will give some questions.
Okay, all right. Okay, so I'm gonna be opening atau ditanya dulu? Are you going to ask questions?
Okay, maybe I will give some questions that the teachers give us.
Okay, okay.
The most questions asked is,
Halo.
do you think of the whole
Sinyal.
writing? Because
jelas suaranya.
Silakan diulangi. Yeah, can you please repeat the question?
Okay, so what do you think of the whole writing of participants who didn't enter the top 5?
What do you think?
What do you think of the writings of the whole participants who do not enter the top 5? Is that the question?
Yes.
Ini saya kah?
Yeah.
Well, we think as the judges, we have considerations. So for those who do not enter the top 5, there definitely be some improvement needed to improve the level of writing. So the top 5 that we picked basically excel on the layers of content, dalam hal kontennya, on the layers of organization, dalam level organization, penyusunan story, and also language and style, like grammars, dictions, terminologies, literary of devices, and also narrative writing skills. So based on that assessment points, that we adopt from Cambridge English Qualifications, a guide for teacher from Cambridge Assessment English. We think that this top 5 have excelled on those points compared to the whole participants.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mansell. For the other judges?
Yeah, if I can add more points on Mr. Mansell's explanation about the criteria of how we assessed the participants, the content, the organization, the language and style. So for those who failed or who didn't get into the top 5, maybe most of them had a lot of grammatical errors in the story, like they mixed tenses. Some they use present, some they use past tense, which is not really appropriate, yeah, in the story. And also sometimes the content of the story is not really well written, I think. Yeah, it's the plot is not developed, and then it's monotonous, yeah, and the organization of the story is like between the dialogue and the narration, they just mixed without separating into a good order. Like it's very difficult for me to understand the story. So that's what happened to most of the participants who didn't enter the top 5. Okay, that's my opinion.
Thank you, Miss Anna. What about Miss Nika?
Okay, about the writings from the students, yeah, especially who did not, who were not chosen as the top 5. I believe actually all of the writings are good, yeah, especially considering that you are the students who joined this are junior high school. So actually the stories are, all of the story are good, but of course, yeah, because this is a competition, we have to choose, yeah, we have to choose from the certain criteria, like the development of the story, the language that the students use, and then also the what is it, how the students can match with the stories, and then and how the stories develop along the short story. I think that's why um we choose, yeah, the top 5 stories, because all of these stories, yeah, are you know, they develop it, they can develop the story more than the other students, yeah, who did not what is it, enter, or who were not selected in the top 5. I think, yeah, that's the reason why there are some stories were not selected, but I believe that all of the stories are good, yeah, because
Yeah.
yeah, it is not easy, of course, to make a story like that. Okay, thank you, that's from me.
Thank you, Miss Nita.
And also,
Uh,
can I add more? Uh,
yes.
this is a very subjective assessment. Yeah,
Yeah.
writing is very subjective. So if I score a particular participant with good score, for example, yeah, but the other judges have different impression or different feel about the story, so it will be different in the final test. Sorry, in the final result. So yeah, because this is very subjective, that's why we have 3 judges to score the writing. So we decided the participants purely based on the final scores. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Anna. I can. Okay, now. Next, the most asked questions. Ini beberapa teachers yang nanya ya. Uh, Mereka rasa oke, nilainya memang sudah absolut keputusan dari juri. But what are the strong points of these 5 writings? I mean, the strong points of the top 5 writers for our young writers.
Wants to answer? To me, why I think that these 5 deserve to be in this final stage, because both of them, yeah, I will not tell in detail, yeah, one by one, but just for the whole 5 participants, that their story is very interesting. Their stories are very interesting, and then they have, some of them have unexpected ending, so that's why I like it. And then there were also new ideas along the storyline. So yeah, for junior high school students, that's a plus for me. Yeah, and then they are also good at combining, or at putting where they have to write the dialogue, where they have to write the paragraph, the narration. So it's amazing. It's easy to read. It's very interesting to read, and then it flows very well, the story. Yeah, and also the use of the pictures, the pictures given by the committees. So they could put everything in the good way, yeah, in the whole story. So not only, not, for example, 2 or 3 pictures in the one paragraph. So I don't really like that thing. So yeah, most of them did a very good job in pictures part. And the last one about language and style. Of course, few grammatical errors, yeah. Even though there are errors, but the story can still be understood, and also few misspelling, I think, correct capitalization, good punctuation, and also the use of the words, which is I think is very excellent, yeah, amazing. Okay, that's from me.
Okay, thank you, Miss Anna.
Uh,
For Miss Nita, maybe
yeah.
some feedbacks.
Okay, well, I do agree with Miss Ibu Istari, yeah, about the points that we assess from the works or the writings that we read about this competition. Well, of course, yes, about how they develop the stories, yeah. These top five students, yeah, they can really what make not the story is not flat, yeah. It's very dynamic for from all of these five. Um, and not only the dynamic stories, but they also can combine with the language, yes, that they use, and also the very minimum mistakes of grammar, yeah. So that's why we say that these are the writings that can go into the top five. Of course, as Miss Santi said, it is very subjective between the judges, yeah, the score. So we decide this based on the last score from the three judges. Okay, that's for me.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Miss Nita. Mr. Mansell, any thoughts? Any thoughts about the strong points of the writings from the top five?
Is it okay if I explain how I do the assessment? Probably it will satisfy some of the teachers.
Okay. Wait,
Oh,
yes.
should I just talk
But
about
we
the fun? Should I just
we
talk about the
should be
fun?
careful about the time. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry? We should what?
We should pay attention for the time because after this we will have a final round of the senior
Um,
level.
the top five have great dictions and terminologies. Jadi ada dalam beberapa hal pada saat kita, when we write a novel, instead of saying that we walk there, they use a, an adjective language that engage the five senses. For example, the wind breezes through my face, and the smell of the grass that I inhaled when I sauntered and walked across the garden. For example, something like that. Instead of just writing, we walked to the garden. You see the difference between the two. Even though the action is the same, but the level of engagement to the five senses are very different. And I think this is what's what's really differentiate how you use literary devices kayak similes, metaphors, personification, and also the way you engage the five senses: the smell, the taste, the touch, the sight, the hearings, the sound. I think this is very important, and it really differentiates. It really gives different sensation when you write it in a way that engage your five senses. And I think that's what really differentiates.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mansell. And I could say that we, the committees and also the educators, will say that we got an unexpected impressions from all of the students, from all of the participants who submit their story. That was a nice shock, I think. But okay, so I hope it will satisfy and is the curiosity of the teachers and the participants who asked the committee before. Thank you. And also, okay, so I guess this is the end of our event. We, the committee, would like to say thank the judges and participants for attending today's event. Also for the viewers who have watched us on YouTube, thank you. And this is the end of of Picory Final round for junior level. Hopefully we can meet you again next year. Have a nice day. Thank you, Mr. Amit. Bye.
Thank you. So we can leave, yeah?
So just wait a minute. So
Transfer again. Break up.
ini mau